Today we're going to be palpating the shoulder. So we're going to start with the spine of the scapula. It's on the anterior part of the scapula. So it goes right across the shoulder, right here. So that's the spine of the scapula. So we're going to work our way to the end of it. So we find the end of the scapula and we're going to palpate down it. Right here will be considered the medial side of the scapula because it faces the inside of the body. So this is the medial border of the scapula. We're going to palpate all the way down. And right here at the end of the scapula, the point is the inferior angle of the scapula. The inferior angle of the scapula is the end point on the bottom of the scapula. And as we go up, palpate up on the lateral side, we will run into the lateral border of the scapula. So going back to the spine of the scapula, there's a dent right here, superior to the spine of the scapula, and that's where you will find the superior angle of the scapula. So right here where the superior angle of the scapula, right in front of it, you will find the supraspinatus muscle, which would be right here on top. So the superior angle of the scapula is right here, and the supraspinatus muscle is right here on top. So moving back to the shoulder, back to the spine of the scapula. We're going to move inferiorly to the scapula, and right here we will also find the infraspinatus fossa is also located right here. Right here, everything below the spine of the scapula, this is the infraspinatus fossa. And right here in the fossa, you will also find the infraspinatus muscle that is sitting right here. So as we palpate back to the front, so we're going to palpate the front. Right here, we're going to start with the clavicle bone. Is this bone right here that is on the superior part of your body. Right here is the clavicle bone. And as you palpate to the medial side, the midline of your body, you will find your jugular notch. So as you move back laterally, you will find your clavicular joint. That's right here, where the sternum and the clavicle join together. So as you palpate the clavicle more to the lateral side, back to the tip of the shoulder, you will find the acromion clavicle joint. And this is where the clavicle and the acromion meet together, join together right here. And this right here, as you continue moving laterally, you'll find the acromion, which is the tip of the shoulder. And as you move inferior, move towards the front superiorly, you will find is it showing? Right here. Do you need to move closer? You got it? Okay. Keep it on your other hand. So this is your tip of your shoulder. So you move medially inside your body, and right here you will find the core process. And right next to the core process, you'll feel like a band belly, kind of, and this will be your bicep tendon on the short head where it inserts at. So this is the belly, and right here where it connects, there's also the you have the belly right here, and then you have the intertubular groove that sits in between. So back to where the belly is, laterally to it, there's a groove that you will feel, and this groove is called the greater tubercle. Okay. So right next to the belly, you find the greater tubercle, and immediately right here, you will find the lesser tubercle. And in between the greater tubercle and the lesser tubercle, that's right here. The lesser tubercle is more medial, and the greater tubercle is tubercle is on the outside, the lateral side of the belly, and in between the two is the intertubular groove that sits in between the greater tubercle of the humerus and the lesser tubercle of the humerus. You have the belly, and then right above the belly, you'll have the cortical process that sits right here. And that is the shoulder, the palpation of the shoulder.